Have you ever wondered why some people seem to get everything they want with an almost irritating ease, while others struggle for years and remain in the same place? The truth is that manifesting your desires instantly isn't a mystical gift reserved for a few, but a skill. And the most curious thing, you already have this within you. You just weren't taught how to use it. The problem is that you've been told your whole life that things need to be difficult, time-consuming, painful, and you believed it. But what if I told you that everything you desire, money, love, peace, success, could be closer than you imagine, just one well-directed thought away? In this video, you'll discover practical and non-obvious techniques that really work when it comes to manifestation. Without excessive mysticism, without beating around the bush, without magic formulas being sold out there. What you'll learn here will provoke your mind, break old beliefs, and give you the power to see real changes in a matter of hours. Sounds like an exaggeration? Then stay until the end to understand what I'm talking about. Instant manifestation is not just an abstract concept, but a practice that can transform the way we see and live our reality. It's about the ability to create immediate changes by aligning our thoughts, intentions, and actions. By focusing clearly on what you desire, you begin to see results quickly. Now, imagine if you were capable of transforming your life in minutes, instead of weeks or months. This is possible with the right mindset and genuine alignment with your desires. By intensely focusing on what you want, your mind begins to work to materialize these intentions. Instant manifestation isn't about magic, but rather about creating mental and emotional conditions for results to happen in an accelerated way. It's not about waiting for the universe to simply deliver, but about being an active part of the process, with the energy and focus necessary to attract what you desire. Many people wait for months or even years to achieve their goals, but with proper alignment, you can begin to see changes in the blink of an eye. Have you ever stopped to think about how you can shape your reality instantly? Often, the biggest obstacle isn't what we want, but how we think and feel about it. By practicing instant manifestation, the idea is to learn to be in tune with your goals and align your energy in a way that attracts what you need. Start with small steps. Maybe it's beginning to perceive opportunities where you once saw obstacles, or even adjusting your thinking so your mind begins to generate quick solutions. It's not just about vague desires or distant hopes. It's about applying concrete practices and techniques that help tune your mind to what you really want to achieve. Instant manifestation begins the moment you decide to take control of your focus and your energy. And when you put these tools into practice, you begin to realize that the universe has actually always been receptive to your desires. The secret is being ready to act when opportunity presents itself. The law of attraction is a powerful and simple principle, but one that is often misinterpreted. It states that we attract into our lives what we focus on, whether consciously or not. This means that if you direct your attention to something positive, you'll end up attracting more of it. But the same goes for the negative. Imagine, for example, that you're obsessed with the fear of failing at something. Naturally, this focus on failure creates an energy that, without realizing it, can sabotage your own chances of success. Therefore, understanding the law of attraction is the first step to manifesting instantly. The secret isn't just in wanting, but in aligning the energy you emit with what you want to receive. The key to using the law of attraction effectively is clear visualization. When you visualize clearly what you desire, you begin to create a mental image so vivid and real that your subconscious mind begins to believe that it's already part of your reality. The power of visualization is incredible. Remember, visualization isn't an act of wishing, but an emotional alignment with what you already feel is yours. The law of attraction doesn't respond only to your thoughts, but mainly to your emotions. Therefore, feeling grateful and excited about your manifestation even before it happens is what makes the magic happen. This is where the importance of connecting with the feelings you would associate with your fulfilled desire comes in. Let's suppose you desire a new job. It's not enough to think, I want this job. The real power lies in visualizing yourself in this new position, feeling the satisfaction, enthusiasm, and confidence that this change would bring. From this point, your energy begins to attract situations and people who are in tune with this vibration of success. It's as if the universe were a mirror. It reflects what you emit. But remember, the law of attraction doesn't work in isolation. It requires complete alignment, not just in thought, but also in action. Your attitude toward what you desire has to be that of someone who has already achieved what they seek. If you want to manifest something instantly, align your behavior with what you visualized. That is, act as if you were already living your manifestation, and suddenly, the universe begins to respond accordingly. From that moment, you begin to see results with impressive speed. The power of positive thinking goes beyond a simple life philosophy. It's the key to unlocking a new reality, as it shapes not only our perceptions, but also our actions. When you adopt a positive mindset, you begin to perceive more opportunities than obstacles, more solutions than problems. This happens because the mind, when trained to see the good side of things, finds creative ways to resolve situations that previously seemed impossible. Think of the times when, by looking at something with optimism, solutions presented themselves with ease. This is positive thinking in action, transforming challenges into opportunities. Maintaining a positive mental attitude isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything is fine when it isn't. It's about, even in the face of difficulties, focusing on what can be done to improve the situation. For example, when you face a financial problem, instead of sinking into worry and anxiety, try to shift focus. What can I learn from this? How can I use this situation to grow? This shift in perspective not only relieves the emotional weight of the situation, but also opens doors to creativity, allowing new opportunities to emerge. The secret lies in reprogramming the mind to see what's possible instead of fixating on limitations. By doing this, you create an energy field where good opportunities begin to align with your actions. For example, someone who thinks positively about their career tends to act with more confidence, stand out more in interviews, and even be recognized for their effort. This energy field is what favors instant manifestation, as the chances of you acting in tune with your intentions increase significantly. Your vibration changes, and with it, the type of experiences you attract. However, it's not enough to simply tell yourself, "I am positive." True transformation comes from daily practice. This involves creating a routine where positive thinking becomes a habit, from small things, like a change in how you express yourself, to the habit of being grateful for each advance, however simple it may be. How can you start? A practical tip is to begin the day with a positive affirmation, something that resonates with your desire, like, "Today, I am open to receiving abundance in all forms." This creates a solid foundation for facing the rest of the day with the right mindset, attracting more good things into your life. By focusing on solutions and opportunities, you create a powerful atmosphere of attraction for what you desire to manifest. When the mind is in tune with the positive, possibilities seem infinite. However, the secret is maintaining this constant energy. Because if you can maintain this positive attitude, even in adversity, the universe will begin to align with your vibration, and you'll see instant manifestation becoming something tangible. Creative visualization is a powerful tool that allows you to shape your reality from the mental images you create. When you practice visualization, you're essentially creating a mental rehearsal of what you desire to live. Imagine being inside a movie where you're the protagonist, living exactly what you aspire to. When you visualize something with vivid details and genuine emotions, your mind begins to accept this reality as if it were already true. This process creates a deep connection between your conscious and subconscious mind, accelerating the manifestation of your desires. The more realistic and exciting the image you create, the more quickly you'll see the reflection of this in your life. The practice of visualization shouldn't be a superficial exercise. It's not enough to close your eyes and quickly think about what you want. You need to dive into the details, feel the emotions, and intensely experience what you already desire to achieve. For example, if you desire to reach a new level of professional success, visualize yourself not just in a new position, but also feel the satisfaction of recognition, confidence in your decisions, and the joy of being successful. The more details you add, the environment around you, the sounds, even physical sensations, the stronger the impact of visualization will be on your manifestation process. But creative visualization isn't just about the mental act. It's also about the emotional state. When you visualize with positive emotions, like enthusiasm, gratitude, and pleasure, you're literally programming your mind to attract what corresponds to these emotions. This type of practice generates a vibrational energy that facilitates the manifestation of your desires in a faster and more powerful way. An example of this is the practice of elite athletes who, before a competition, visualize themselves winning. They don't just imagine the act of competing, but feel the joy and euphoria of achieving victory. Now, for visualization to be even more effective, combine it with action. Visualization is like preparing the ground for what you want to manifest, but it's action that will plant the seeds and allow the fruit of your visualization to grow. For example, if you visualize a life of financial abundance, then an important part of the practice is also actively seeking ways to increase your income, invest in your learning, or seek new opportunities. Visualization helps align your mind, while action aligns your reality. When visualization becomes a constant practice combined with emotion and action, you begin to feel more confident and aligned with what you desire. And as this practice intensifies, the signs from the universe begin to manifest more visibly. So, the next time you close your eyes to visualize your future, think not only about what you desire, but about how you'll feel when you achieve all of this, because it's this emotion that will give strength to your instant manifestation. Positive affirmations are more than simple repeated phrases. They have the power to transform the way you see yourself and, consequently, the way the world around you reacts to you. By declaring affirmations like, "I am worthy of success," or "I attract prosperity," you're not just speaking empty words. You're reprogramming your mind and your internal beliefs to align your reality with what you desire. This practice is an essential tool in the instant manifestation process because it allows you to remove mental barriers and replace limiting beliefs with empowering thoughts. The secret of affirmations lies in their format. They should be declared in the present, as if the desire were already a reality. This creates a much stronger impact on your subconscious, as it doesn't understand the difference between what's real and what's being visualized or affirmed with conviction. When you say, "I am worthy of love and success," your brain begins to absorb this affirmation as a truth. By doing this repeatedly, you're creating new thought patterns that strengthen your confidence and attract the energy necessary to materialize what you desire. One of the most powerful ways to use affirmations is to integrate them into your daily routine. Upon waking, for example, instead of starting the day with a negative thought or with routine worries, you can repeat affirmations that establish a positive pattern for your day. Say something like, "Today will be an incredible day, full of opportunities," or "I am capable of conquering everything I set out to do." The key is feeling the affirmation while saying it, allowing it to resonate deeply in your mind and body. This isn't just about speaking words, it's about connecting emotionally with them. Affirmations don't work like instant magic, but like constant training. When you begin to repeat the right phrases every day, they create a solid foundation of positive thoughts and feelings, which are directly reflected in your actions. Imagine you're training your mind the same way an athlete trains their body. Daily practice strengthens your belief in possibility and creates a mindset of abundance and success. So, whenever a thought of doubt or insecurity arises, immediately replace it with a positive affirmation. Over time, you'll begin to notice that opportunities arise more fluidly, obstacles seem smaller, and you feel more prepared to act toward your goals. After all, affirmations help align your mind and spirit with the desires you're seeking, creating a clear path for instant manifestation. Thus, more and more, you'll realize that your words have real power, shaping your reality quickly and effectively. Emotions are the fuel that feeds the instant manifestation process. When you feel positive emotions like gratitude, joy, and enthusiasm, your energetic vibration elevates, making you a powerful magnet for what you desire to attract. The connection between feelings and manifestation is deeper than many people imagine. Each emotion has a vibrational frequency, and the higher this frequency, the more quickly the universe responds to your desires. For example, when you feel deeply grateful for something, you're literally emitting a frequency that aligns with abundance, which facilitates the arrival of more things to be grateful for. That is, your feelings create the emotional reality you desire to experience. It's important to understand that it's not enough to desire something. You need to feel as if you've already achieved that something. The feeling of already accomplished is one of the keys to accelerating manifestation. If you desire a new house, for example, visualize yourself already living in it, feeling the happiness and security it brings. The more intense these emotions are, the faster you'll align your energy with the vibration of your desire, allowing it to manifest instantly. This doesn't mean ignoring negative feelings, but rather perceiving how you can use your emotions constructively for what you desire. Throughout the process, the practice of gratitude is one of the fastest ways to elevate your emotional vibration. Gratitude not only helps change your perspective, but also generates an energy field of abundance. When you start the day being grateful for small things, you begin to attract even more reasons to be grateful. This creates a positive spiral where your emotions are the key to opening the doors of your manifestations. The more you practice gratitude, the more you realize how your emotional state directly influences the results you experience. However, it's not always easy to maintain this positivity, especially when challenges arise. In these moments, the practice of self-acceptance is essential. Instead of fighting against negative feelings, allow yourself to feel them, but without letting them define you. For example, if you're going through a difficult period, don't blame yourself or get stuck in negativity. Instead, acknowledge your feelings and then replace them with thoughts and emotions that align with what you desire to attract. This creates space for the energy of your emotions to adjust and favor the manifestations you seek. Remember, your emotions are like a radar that points to what you're vibrating at the moment. By learning to adjust your emotions and maintain an elevated state of gratitude, joy, and enthusiasm, you begin to create a current of instant manifestation that doesn't depend only on intentions, but on a constant vibration aligned with what you want to attract. Manifesting instantly isn't just about thinking or wishing. It's about acting in alignment with your desires. Action is the link that connects what you visualize in your mind to the reality you desire. Often, people believe they can simply wait for the universe to bring everything to them. However, true manifestation occurs when you also take inspired actions. Action is like a signal to the universe that you're committed to what you desire and ready to do whatever is necessary to achieve your goals. For example, if you desire to open your own business, it's not enough to just visualize success. You need to take the first steps: research, plan, act. The good news is that actions don't need to be grandiose or dramatic to start making a difference. Small steps can create big changes over time. The secret is consistency. If you dedicate yourself, even if for just 10 minutes every day, to acting toward what you desire, you're giving the universe clear signals that you're ready to receive. This can be something simple, like dedicating time to learn more about your field of interest or connecting with people who can help realize your dream. The important thing is not to stand still waiting for opportunities. It's to go out looking for them. Once you begin to act, a wave of energy is created that can propel you even faster toward your goal. This happens because, by acting, you're also aligning your mentality with what you desire. When you start taking the first steps, your confidence grows, and you realize that opportunities begin to appear more frequently. For example, if you start studying something new every day to develop your skills, soon opportunities will appear to apply this knowledge in practical ways. Don't be mistaken, action isn't a mere compliment, but the driving force behind instant manifestation. It validates the intentions you have and keeps your energy focused on the goal. Without action, manifestation cannot materialize. Action also helps overcome doubts that arise, showing that you're committed and that it's possible to realize what once seemed distant. So, instead of waiting for the perfect moment, start now. Every step you take is an affirmation that you're ready to create the change you desire. Limiting beliefs are like invisible walls that prevent us from advancing and manifesting our intentions. They're formed throughout life, often based on past experiences or others' opinions. The belief that you're not good enough, for example, can be a major obstacle to instant manifestation. These beliefs create a distorted reality, where you see yourself as incapable of reaching your goals. However, the first step to achieving instant manifestation is recognizing these beliefs and beginning the process of eliminating them. This can be done through techniques like EFT, emotional freedom technique, or through self-reflection, where you question where these beliefs come from and how they can be overcome. The good news is that limiting beliefs aren't immutable. They can be transformed. A practical example is when you decide that, despite a past history of failure, you allow yourself to have success. For example, If a person was taught from a young age that money is hard to come by, they can begin to question this idea and replace it with abundance is natural and within my reach. By doing this, they alter their view of money, which opens doors to prosperity opportunities. When you decide to change your worldview, you begin to release the space necessary for the manifestation of new possibilities. Eliminating limiting beliefs isn't an immediate process, but over time, the constant practice of replacing them with more positive and empowering thoughts can create a new mental paradigm. Start with a simple step. Every time you notice a negative belief arising, replace it with an empowering affirmation. If you think, "I'm not capable," replace it with, "I'm totally capable of reaching my goals." The repetition and consistency of this practice are essential to solidify these new beliefs. And remember, it's not about simply ignoring your limiting beliefs, but understanding their impact on your life. When you recognize that a belief no longer serves your growth, you create space for true transformation. By releasing these beliefs, you begin to align more strongly with the reality you desire to manifest. The process of eliminating limiting beliefs is, in fact, a way of clearing the path for the new opportunities, new experiences, and, of course, new instant manifestations. When it comes to instant manifestation, focus is fundamental. Having a clear intention is what defines the direction of your energy and determines the success of your manifestation. Often, we get lost in vague or ambiguous ideas about what we want, and it's at this moment that results take time to appear. The key is being specific about what you desire, as if you were giving an exact map to the universe. The clearer your goal, the more easily you can align your energy with it. For example, instead of thinking, "I want to be rich," focus on something more specific like, "I want to increase my income by X amount by the end of the year." This creates a direct line between what you want and the energy you put into action. Maintaining clarity in your intention also means avoiding distractions. What often happens is that when we're not fully committed to a goal, our energy disperses. This creates an energetic smoke, making it difficult to align with what we desire. When you dedicate yourself to a goal clearly, the universe begins to respond with the right opportunities at the right time. This is like using a compass to reach your destination without getting lost along the way. A practical example is when you decide to invest in something specific, like a course to learn a new skill, and, with this clear intention, doors begin to open for you. Clear intention also involves feeling what you desire as if it were already real. Imagine you have a travel goal, for example. When visualizing clearly, feel the emotion of being there, the joy of exploring new places, the relief of resting and enjoying. This sensation of already having what you desire strengthens your connection with the desire and makes the manifestation process faster. Clarity isn't just about what you want, but about how you feel when achieving this goal. And the more you practice this feeling, the more quickly it materializes. Finally, maintaining focus and clear intention also means not diverting your attention to what doesn't serve your goal. This requires mental discipline. Every time you notice you're getting distracted or your thoughts are deviating from your goal, bring your focus back to what you desire. This not only reinforces your energy, but also increases confidence that what you're manifesting is possible. Focus is, in fact, concentrated energy that accelerates the manifestation process, and when you maintain this focus with clear intention, you begin to see results faster than you imagine. Gratitude is, without doubt, one of the most powerful and underestimated tools in the instant manifestation process. When you give thanks, even before something happens, you're telling the universe, "I trust." And this trust creates a magnetic field around you, attracting exactly what you already feel grateful for. It's no coincidence that the most fulfilled people are, almost always, those who value small things. Gratitude transforms your energy, changes your perspective, and puts you in a state of abundance, even when there's apparently scarcity around. Practicing gratitude daily creates a mindset of achievement. You begin to see that you already have much more than you imagined, and, consequently, become more open to receiving even more. A practical and powerful exercise is keeping a gratitude journal, where you write, every day, at least 3 things you're grateful for. It doesn't need to be anything grandiose. It can be hot coffee in the morning, an unexpected compliment, or even a moment of peace in the midst of chaos. By doing this, your mind begins to look for more reasons to be grateful. And with this, you enter a continuous flow of positive manifestations. Gratitude also helps reframe difficult moments. Instead of feeling like a victim of circumstances, you begin to see challenges as growth opportunities. For example, if something didn't go as expected, ask yourself, what is this situation trying to teach me? And, even if it's difficult, find something to be grateful for. This attitude shows that you're vibrating at an elevated emotional frequency, which further strengthens your connection with your desires. After all, the universe responds not to what you want, but to what you vibrate. More than a passing feeling, gratitude should become a lifestyle. When you begin to give thanks consistently, you also begin to manifest consistently. And that's where instant manifestation stops being a theory and becomes a daily experience. So, if you want your reality to change quickly, start giving thanks right now, including for things that haven't happened yet, but that you know, deep down, are already on their way. Because gratitude doesn't wait, it anticipates. Now that you have in your hands the most powerful tools of instant manifestation, the question that remains is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you just watch and let it pass like another piece of content on the internet? Or will you put it into practice and truly change your life? Because, honestly, knowing isn't enough. It's applying that transforms. Are you willing to take control of your reality and create the life you've always desired? Or will you continue waiting for things to simply change on their own? Start today now. Choose a technique, an idea, a practice that you learned here and apply it today, even if it's just for 5 minutes. And tell me in the comments, which of these tools will you use first? Also tell me if you've already had any experience with rapid manifestation. Your story could inspire other people here. And if this video opened your eyes, don't leave without subscribing to the channel and activating notifications. There's much more coming, and you won't want to miss any part of this journey.